What causes us to awaken to obvious truths? All right, that is the question for this video. Glad to see you out there today. Welcome to my channel. I'm Thomas and I do educational videos. To start out the channel, we're rolling out the 144 fractal faculties of the Tree of Life. And I'm doing one longer and one shorter video, each dedicated to each one of those 144 different stages of life, consciousness, history, and spirituality. Those stages, though, are not chronological, but they are dramatic. So 144 different dramatic stages. And if you'd like to get a complete guide to those 144 stages, just click the link in the description and I will send you a free copy. And that way you can kind of keep score at home as you go through these videos, as you watch them, one at a time. You can kind of compare and contrast and just have the whole list in front of you. Also, if you need to see an introduction to the Tree of Life, just check out my video, Tree of Life, a short introduction, and that should be able to get you up to speed. It's like a 13 or 14 minute video, get you up to speed enough to watch all of these videos that I leave the introduction out of. Okay, so today we're talking about, out of the 144 fractal faculties, we're talking about number 24. And if you look here on the diagram, you'll see that number 24, or I will tell you that number 24 is located in the ninth sphere. This is the ninth sphere. This is what is corresponding to, now just remember, the tree is a map of our faculties of consciousness, or our map of our consciousness, and each one of these is really a different faculty of consciousness. This is our domestic sphere, or domestic consciousness. This is the consciousness we have as we are growing up in the home, the first few years of our life, and then later as well for following. But it's really the domestic sphere. So when we grow, come home from being born, we are wide-eyed and ready to soak up everything. Everything is new and fresh to us, and we have a heightened awareness or heightened consciousness. Mediumistic trance is what it's called, and we are devoted to our caregivers, the ones who are feeding us and sheltering us, and they we stare at them and we watch what they do, and eventually we learn to imitate what they do, and we practice that over and over again. So until we learn it, until we memorize it. So that's kind of the cycle here that's going on. Mediumistic trance, heightened receptivity, and then to those that we're devoted to, and then imitation, practice, and memorization. So that's what goes on here at the ninth sphere. And then within the ninth sphere, again, to take the fractal, what we're doing is we're shrinking down the whole tree and applying the entire tree to one separate sphere. And so by doing that, we break down this ninth sphere to 12 components. And we do so with all the other spheres to make a total of 144. So in this case, we've breaking down the ninth sphere into 12 components, and number 24 corresponds to the 0 sphere inside the ninth sphere. So the 0 sphere is really the nothingness, and it's the emptiness, and it's the what is not part of the universe. And it's also an inner peace that we have, a peace that cannot be tampered with. So these are the aspects within the ninth sphere that go into make number 24. And number 24 is called head out of the sand. Stage number 24 is about waking up to what is right in front of us simply by looking directly at it. It's over our head because our head is in the sand. Yet, get out of the beach volleyball courts, get over the long jump pits, beyond the hourglasses, and above the brown snowdrifts, the beach sands, the desert sands, the quicksands, and the dunes. See a whole world in a grain if we take our head out now. Notice life outside the sandbox. Notice life outside the programming. We can continue to stick our heads in the sand with wild suppositions, hopes, and dreams, but if we turn around at the opening of the cave, we'll be finally unblinded, recognizing our ignorance we thought was intelligence that turns out to be arrogance, erasing brainwashing. To a beginner's mind, a fresh perspective, open our eyes and see it anew. Once we see it, we can't unsee it. It's so obvious now that I see it. It's acquired. Once we wake up, it's hard to put us back to sleep. Out of desperation, take the red pill, a catalyst for changing our ways. Wallowing in the mud no longer, head out of the sand. Ignorance is no longer bliss, but a blister. Reopen the inquiry for truth. All right, that is the 10th, the 0 fractal of the 9th sphere. Head out of the sand, number 24. And that basically that wraps up the fractals of the 9th sphere. So when we come back next time, which hopefully will be very soon, we will start digging into the 8th sphere. And we'll go through all the fractals of the 8th sphere. So thank you for tuning in and sticking around to the end. Please hit the like button. You can subscribe to the channel and share the video with others. Make constructive comments in the comment section. You can donate directly to me through Cash App or Venmo listed in the description. And again, also in the description is a link that you can click on to get my free copy of the 144 Fractal Faculties Annotated. And stay tuned. Either today or tomorrow, I'll be doing video number 25. The next one in this series, and hopefully we're going to start to accelerate it. I believe I'm going to get my internet back tomorrow, and that will really help me to move along. I can unsurgically remove the phone from my hand and maybe use a computer instead once in a while. All right. Hope everybody's going to have a great day out there, and we'll see you next time.